Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we have episode 4 of Enemy in Shadows, our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition Enemy Within campaign. I am Pete and I am the Game Master.
Oh, he's not doing any advertising. He must be saving it for an important moment. Hello, I'm Ben, and I'm playing the Blessed Annika, who is a priestess of Myrmidia.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Burnoth Anvil Fist, the Dwarf Carrack Ranger, and I spent some XP last time on a couple of points toughness.
Hi, I'm Leon, and I'm playing Hieronymus Patches Shortbottom. Forgot my last name. I was going to say McGee. It's not McGee. I'm
It
a
is now.
physician's apprentice, and I have failed every fear check this campaign so far.
Yay.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm playing Heiko Kruger, who's a wizard who can't really cast spells just yet. But I did hit someone with my quarterstaff, so I spent my XP on being able to hit more people with my quarterstaff.
Hi, I'm Millie. I'm playing Brucey Forsyth, who's a human greenfish, and apparently I'm the DPS.
Deadly tanking destruction beast. I forgot to say I spent my XP on boosting my willpower by 2 and my toughness by 1.
Cool.
I can't remember what I spent my XP on.
I put my
That's okay.
dex and my willpower.
Reroll for Leon already and one for me. Excellent.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, cool. So before we begin, please don't forget to go and check out all those social medias. There are links below in the about if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching back on YouTube later, then they're in the video description below. And if you're on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. And if you're on Twitch, then don't forget to watch us on YouTube at the weekend. And give us that view and those likes. What else have we got to talk about? Tonight we are giving away, at the break, a PDF copy of both Ubersreich Adventures 1 and 2 to one lucky viewer. So we will be doing a giveaway at the break. So stay with us till at least after the break when we find out who wins. Cool. Okay. What else have we got going on that we want to shout about? Millie, what have you got going on at the moment?
Oh, I backed a really cool Kickstarter today, and
Did you?
also, yeah, I did. That was great. It's like 50% funded in the first 90 minutes. It was phenomenal. And I'm also running Mercy the Icons on the Free League Twitch. That's what I did.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. And we started masks.
Viral marketing slide through there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. We had Masks of Nyarlathotep, the first episode of our Call of Cthulhu campaign on Tuesday. And yesterday we had Ranger Squadron, which I think I've just figured out how to say Ranger Squadron without saying Rogue Squadron or Rancor Squadron. Although I think it's still a sad thing that they're not all Rancors in X-Wings. That would be cool.
Fabulous.
And tomorrow night, Ben...
Tomorrow night, yes, Alien. Yeah, I'm running Alien on channel. I was like, shit, what am I doing tomorrow? I'm running Alien. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Cool.
What lies beneath a Waterworld alien scenario with a nice little Weyland-Yutani corporate troubleshooting squad going in to take a look at a minor detail, nothing really significant. Probably nothing much going to happen.
Probably. It'll be fine. It'll be one episode, go in, do the paperwork, get out.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I probably should talk about the Kickstarter. Should I talk about the Kickstarter?
Well, I
Should
backed a cool
mention that?
Kickstarter today as well, actually.
Yeah.
So,
I did as well, as it happens, yeah.
So today, not only is it my birthday, and thank you everyone in chat for saying happy birthday, but also I launched my Kickstarter, Dodecker Adventuring Through Grimdark Worlds, a D12 old school style role-playing game with narrative character creation and world building. And it is now live, and I believe it's nearly 60% funded. And I'm very excited and mildly terrified, although having got it launched and the great support from people already is kind of making me feel a bit more at ease about it. So that's really cool. So,
It's actually closer to 75% funded.
oh, okay, cool.
Sorry,
Okay.
it's over 60%. No, Yeah, it's over 60, less than 70. My bad.
Where's our
Okay.
supernumerate character?
Yeah,
me too-
sorry.
get me
I'm
too
barely
excited.
numerate.
Yeah, 60.53% funded. There you go.
Thanks, Millie.
Wow,
So, 'cause-
that's cool. So
yeah,
thank you
pretty
everyone
epic.
who has backed it so far. And if you are in the chat, and I think Roger's put a link in there, haven't you, Roger?
And another.
And another. Then there's
Just
a
in
link
case.
there to go and check out the Kickstarter. So that's cool. So right, okay, excellent. So last time on Enemy in Shadows, Leon, what happened last time? Can
Do you
you
want a
remember?
campaign recap or just the last episode?
Just the last episode.
Okay. So the
Brief.
last episode started with us on the road, and there was a figure hunched over. He was kind of eating someone. We're not sure. Doing not good things to the person, and then came running at our coach, and our coach crashed, and hilariously the horses got pulled off the front, so one of the horsemen got dragged along into the woods, and another one stayed and did remarkably well. We kind of just sat back and let the NPCs duke it out for a lot of it. I can't remember who got the kill on that one, but I'm gonna guess it was Brucey, who is our lead fighter there. Then there was a weird howling and
Horrifying.
grunting noise from up the road, kind of like a noise. I think that's what it sounded like to me. And we all went running up the road. I would have been at the front, but I've got little legs, so it took me a little while. So that's why everyone else got there first. And then we saw there were these more kind of beastmen type characters looting a carriage that had already been kind of destroyed, that they'd already attacked, and we bravely fought them off. I might have failed a fear check and hid behind a carriage while everyone else bravely fought them off. There were some road wardens coming up the way, and I found another halfling, or a fling as I call them, who looked exactly like me, and had a letter on him, had inherited an awful lot of money, and already had proof of ID. So if I were to go to this particular lawyer in Altdorf, I suddenly inherit an awful lot of money, which I haven't told my friends about. We found something else there that I'm missing as well. But the road wardens turned up.
Yep.
And they were a bit brusque, but the road wardens, they're having a hard time. So they got us back on our carriage, so we were ready to go, and then we turned up at a new inn that Pete's going to remind me the name of.
The Inn of the Seven Spokes.
Inn of the Seven Spokes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we ended it. We were chilling out. Our brave dwarf, Burnoff, got injured, and I am a physician's apprentice, but he declined help from me in case I gave him a massive infection, and decided to get help from the in-house physician there.
No, I didn't. I just
Oh, you
took it on the chin.
Just took it on the chin.
I'm just going to walk it
And
off.
Secretly behind the scenes for everyone on Twitch and YouTube watching later, guys. Okay. Afterwards, we did a test roll to see if I would have killed the dwarf, and I failed massively. So the dwarf made the right choice not to come to me for help. I'll get him. Someone's going to let me heal him.
Absolutely. I think also Bernoth changed his mind when he found out that the doctor was charging 4 shillings for service.
I did over for free.
And I believe that I said to minimise shopping during episodes that you could all do a bit of shopping from a peddler who had stopped at the...
Which I think
We've
is a
only got-
brilliant idea and may have to be applied on all things forever.
We've only got 6 episodes before we got to get renewed for a second season.
I'm sure Cubicle 7 would like us to show the wonderful ease of which you can use Foundry to buy and the depth and breadth of all the anyway.
It was pretty easy. It took me about less
Just
than a
very
minute.
quick question.
Hang on.
When you are buying things and it says 3/4, is that 3 shillings 4 pennies?
Yeah. 3 and 4 pence.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, the whole shillings and things before I was born. So, yeah, okay, I will.
I have purchased
Happy
for
birthday,
myself
Pete.
a hand weapon and a leather jerkin.
Yeah, if everyone want to say what they have bought, we're not doing the shopping, but just quickly.
A sling and some shot. I don't need armor because I hide behind everyone else.
Sense.
I didn't buy anything because I just took it off dead people.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's cool.
Savings.
I
Looting.
didn't buy anything because I didn't want the halfling to know where my purse was stashed.
Sensible.
I bought a few more bits of leather armor, so I'm now in full leather armor. And I bought a pipe and tobacco.
Pipe and tobacco.
Well, my
Nice.
character didn't have a pipe, and it seems the sort of thing they'd have.
Cool. Okay.
One of
well,
the nice, really long pipes.
the
Unnecessarily long.
the Inn of the Seven Spokes is a tavern that's fairly similar to the Coach and Horses. Similar structure, layout, slight different arrangement of stable and workshop at the back of the kind of courtyard, walled courtyard. But the kind of dual building in the middle with the passageway through the centre, very similar. And it is very busy, in fact, because there are 3 coaches staying overnight, and the inn is crowded. But everyone seems to be quite tucked up in their own little groups and chatting. There is the peddler, as I said, who's out in the courtyard under like a big awning kind of thing off the back of his cart, trading and selling things. And the bar staff are moving around, giving drinks, and it's fairly sort of, although it's crowded, it's quite calm and quite quiet. Everyone seems to be on their last steps towards Altdorf and not wanting to get too rowdy, or they've probably all had long journeys anyway. So everyone seems quite muted and quite calm. And you see that Lady Isolde, Jana, and Marie have all decided to leave your coach and book seats on another coach that's departing in the morning. It seems that Lady Isolde is fed up with the Gunnar and Holtz and their drinking, and you can see why, because they are once again getting severely drunk in the corner of the tavern, the 2 of them sort of laughing under their hands, and and they're the only people who really seem to have any kind of open mirth or cheeriness to them. But you know where this is going. They seem to be I don't know, they've seen a lot today, so maybe they deserve a drink. The rain's pattering outside.
Our coach didn't make it, did it?
Yeah, we fixed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
well,
it? Okay.
Yeah, the road wardens helped us out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was
I knew they'd
patched up.
escorted us. I couldn't remember whether
Well-
the coach had made it as well.
Road wardens watched.
Yeah.
Helpful road wardens.
So, is there anything you want to do, or are you just going to rest up? And did you roll for your recovery, Roger?
I did.
Overnight?
I rolled for my recovery and recovered. I can't remember how many wounds. Some, quite
You
a
did
few.
quite well.
Done.
I remember the roll was a very good.
I
Roll.
think I got like 6 or 7 wounds
Hmm.
back.
Yes.
It was a crazy number that was boosted by just being a dwarf, wasn't it?
No, it's your toughness bonus plus success levels. And I
Oh.
think I got 3 success levels, so I got 7, I think. Because toughness bonus 4.
Okay. I still think that's a lot for recovering just overnight. But anyway, them's the rules.
I did roll well.
So
I can see
You
the
did
old roll
roll
because it's still in the foundry. So it
You
looks like it was
concentrate really hard, injuries knit themselves closed.
but he's a
plus-
dwarf, I suppose.
Plus 3
so.
success
Well, it's-
levels.
It does say that wounds are supposed to represent just like bruising and basic things. It's not
Bruising,
supposed to be like-
tiredness, pulled muscles,
yeah.
Yes.
popped blister, that kind of thing.
And I can see in the chat, apologies for the slight rain backdrop to my sound. It's raining on the shed roof, and I'm just it's the first couple of days of my new microphone, so I'll figure that out another time. But it is the Empire. It is raining, so it is appropriate. Okay, so you all settle in for the night, and
I'm going to buy a hearty meal.
okay, that'll be 2 pennies.
I should buy everyone a hearty meal.
Oh,
That'll be 10 pennies.
They're the brass ones, aren't they?
thank you, Heiko.
Yes.
I'll buy
Ah.
everyone a hearty meal and beer.
Ooh.
Whoa, that'll
Oh,
be
cheers.
15 pennies.
Okay. Well, if I don't spend them, then the halfling will steal them. So
can
Thanks very
steal
much,
them after
Michael.
you spent them.
You're not stealing them from me, are you? That's okay. This is logic.
I'm going to keep an eye on the two wagon drivers just from a distance, just to see how badly off they get while we're eating and drinking and having a quiet evening in the inn.
Well, they seem to be getting fairly drunk.
I'm giving some serious thought to commandeering the coach again.
Oh, so when he does it, it's commandeering. She does it.
Stealing.
It's for the good of the church. No, I mean, we can put them in it and drive them there. We just won't have to pay them anything.
We already don't have to pay them anything.
That's true.
I think that's kidnap. I don't think it matters if they were going there anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely not kidnap.
Gonna eat my hearty meal. Nom, nom,
Yeah,
nom.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
not.
So you'll tuck into
I
the
don't
meal.
think they're very reliable.
It's nothing fancy, but it's decent food, you know, and it's quite tasty.
Like stew and bread kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whose lady
yeah.
is old travelling with?
Oh, she walked passage on Lady Isolde's carriage, well, just to annoy the living daylights out of her.
I think
You
she's
can
getting on with
see
us.
her talking to a chap at the back of the tavern in a Four Seasons coaching uniform.
She'll have booked out the whole coach. She won't have any ruffians with her.
She might
Not this
regret
time.
that if there's more
Yeah.
mutants.
Well, let the poor thing go. She's had a trying day, and I'm sure she probably wasn't expecting to be confronted by the evils of the ruinous powers on a simple road trip.
That Bretonian chap go.
He's off.
Away,
He's off
hopefully.
somewhere. I think you think he's gone up to his room already. He didn't look very happy about everything that was going on. Looked slightly green around the gills.
Yeah, and ashamed of himself for being such a coward.
That's just how Bretons look.
I thought that was just the lot of an NPC.
Yeah.
I shall
Okay.
go to sleep.
Okay.
Yes.
Sleep
So,
well.
You.
there any
Carriage.
in the common room? Are there any posters up, that kind of thing? Because obviously there was one in the previous one about work. Just
There
case.
is in fact the same poster.
I'll say something rude in Casalid under my breath.
Okay, hang on. This is
Foundry magic.
getting the old foundry magic out.
Quick, Roger, dispel it with your dwarf magic.
I've got magic resistance. He's got -2 success levels.
Foundry just crashes.
Don't.
It's as long as you know where the actual the actual handouts are. That's it's.
Oh, don't worry. It's fine. I know. I remember what it says.
No
You remember
dwarfing
what it
allowed.
Yeah, I remember that last bit.
Oh, hang on. No, it's in the
Just-
handouts. Sorry, I'm looking at the.
Ooh.
Shamefulness.
Right, here we go. No. This is good because we are a short comment on Foundry, I should say. We found it very, very useful, and each week our capabilities expand, and I've been getting lots of helpful comments on Discord around bits and bobs that I can do to jazz it up for you guys, and so this
Oh, that's good. Altdorf's miles away from Holgau.
Ooh.
is this
Wanted, bold adventurers, dead or alive. The bolder the better.
You're saying
no dwarfs.
it's because they're not bold. They've got
Yes,
that
so
whole face beard.
That
thing.
that poster which you've seen previously is pinned up.
It's
Just
just
shows
blank.
blank to me.
It's on the Twitch, it's there, but it's blank
Can you not see it?
on being presented.
can
I
see
can
it.
see the title of the handout.
I can see the title, but the page itself.
If I
is-
Oh, you're
switch
not
to-
wrong. There you go, people on Twitch. You can tell us what the poster says.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. I've got the text now. It's come up. There we go.
Oh, so
Oh,
the
yeah, there
image
it is.
didn't come up, but now I've done it as text. You guys can see it.
No,
Yeah,
I
maybe
can see the
That's
image.
interesting.
it
You saw
might be
the
a
image.
graphics computer thing
Yeah, you guys. I'll keep it on the text from now on then.
because
That'll
my
just make
computer's
it easier for you
old.
guys. Okay, now if you go on the map, if you go to the on the far left on the control panel, you've got at the bottom the little bookmark symbol for journal notes,
Oh yeah.
and you should now see near Altdorf a green journal note.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see that? Right, if you double click on that, there you go.
Oh, very
I am
cool.
on the campaign map, and this is one of the great things I think about Foundry. I can share each of these with different people, so some of you have more things visible than others.
I think I'm missing something.
What was I meant to click to get the green thing up?
Double click.
You double click it.
Nope, I don't have that on the map because I missed the first thing. It was a journal entry thing I was meant to.
Oh,
click.
there's
It
a
said-
on the left where the control buttons are. There's a little
Oh, yes.
bookmark symbol at the bottom.
I see that. Uh-huh.
Yep, click on that.
Oh, there we go.
And Leon, you might have
Oh,
more
there it
than
is.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's clever.
No, I can't see any of that.
Don't worry, it's fine. It's just a handout.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't need to.
It's okay.
I'm a wizard.
Just racist handout.
Now,
Oh,
there are
okay.
lots of other things on here that our viewers will be able to see that I'm highlighting. But the players can't see them until I make them visible to them. And as we go along and certain bits of information happen, what we can do is add them onto the map so people don't forget what they relate to or where they're going for a particular thing. So the Wanted Bold Adventurers I've attached to Altdorf, and maybe something else I attached to Bogenhafen for somebody else. So there's those things, and we can do that as we go. And that's one of the things I really like. You can build up a really cool kind of Foundry, a campaign map, and I think that's where Foundry comes into its own. When you're playing a long game, there's a lot to do in Foundry, and its capabilities are awesome, but it's not really a system for a one-shot. You wouldn't really utilize all of its capabilities. What you should also be able to see, if you go on the right hand, there's like a scroll icon at the top for journal entries.
Mhm.
And in there should be party notes.
Oh yeah.
I've made a little document that you guys can just put your notes in if you want to, so that you've got them in here. When you come in, you can make an. Oh, I can imagine what they're going to put in there now. Oh, you smell. Oh, he's a vampire.
No, he's not.
Okay, cool. Patches is bad at gambling. Who put that?
I mean,
Patches.
To be fair, it could have been Patches.
So, sorry, just take a little aside there to have a little look at Foundry and some of the bits that we're always, as we say, always sort of evolving and learning. So, also, Foundry it's quite different when you're streaming with Foundry because it's quite involved. So you've got two sets of rules to remember. It's quite interesting when you're live. Okay, cool. So you guys wake up the following day, and the inn is quite busy already, and people are starting to get things moving, luggage being moved about onto different coaches and carriages. Peddler is hawking his wares again, and the Gunnar and Holtz, if you're sleeping in the common room, they have bunked in the common room this time, and they are snoring heavily in the corner. They are pretty worse for wears.
is there breakfast?
There is breakfast, yes.
Me eating breakfast then?
Okay.
Someone
Okay,
else can get the drivers up.
Patches is eating breakfast, and yeah, just costs you like a penny for breakfast. And
I thought Heinkel was going to buy it for me.
I'm going to go outside and do some morning exercises.
Buy my own breakfast.
with your quarterstaff.
Oh yes,
I'll
with
join
my
the
quarterstaff.
halfling.
Tell you what, though, Leon, if you rob him first, technically he would have bought you breakfast.
It's true.
It's
Very
not
true.
stealing when it's off friends, is it?
Can we just clarify? Are you a Kender or a halfling? Just
Yeah.
okay.
Share and share alike.
Wrong universe. Wrong
I know,
universe.
right? I know, right?
Yeah. So the Inn of the Seven Spokes, getting ready for people to leave, and you see Lady Isolde, Jana, and Marie getting all their things together on the Four Seasons coach, which looks like it's nearly ready to depart, and the coachmen on there look a lot more responsible than Gunnar and Holtz. They're all kind of ready to go, and there's a few people sort of hanging on the sides, and it seems that Heinkel was correct. Lady Isolde has booked out the entire interior of the coach, and there's sort of 5 or 6 people sort of dangling or sitting on top of the coach, ready to roll.
I think I should do some exercises with Heinkel.
Okay, so you two are in the yard strutting your stuff. Are you doing this for any reason other than exercise? Trying to draw anyone's attention?
No, it's a form of prayer, isn't it?
Yep.
Sure. Okay.
Got to
Keeps
show
you nimble.
readiness.
So you two are out doing stretches. The dwarf and the halfling are having breakfast, and Brucey.
We'll take a bit of a look at the sleeping guards, coachman, and then go and have breakfast with
Not
Patches
looking
and-
for a pond anywhere to go and sit in.
No.
Not in chainmail.
not
In
with
a
it,
little
no.
miniature wooden boat, just to
Yeah.
be like, yeah. Okay, so you go in, and there's various people having breakfast. Patches and Burnoth are there, eating away. Both of them quite able to tuck it away. And the barman comes over with some breakfast and says, "Your halfling friend tells me this is on," and he points out the window, and you see Heinkel kind of swirling his quarterstaff around, nearly hitting himself, but then sort of righting it. You know, it's on this
Yeah.
guy.
Is it?
Yeah, Heinkel said he'd buy us breakfast.
Oh, must have done then, yeah.
Well, that's very kind of him. I'll send one of the lads out to fetch the pennies.
Oh, I'd wait until he's finished swinging that around. He's
You don't like being disturbed.
well, not
Okay.
not that, but he, it's
It's not very good and might hit
He's-
someone.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a danger to others.
it's a health and safety violation. Yeah, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Might hit you
Okay.
with it.
Just give him half an hour.
Okay, fine. Well, here you go. Here's some breakfast and jug of water and some ale there. Are you all headed into the capital, aren't you?
Aye, we're going into Altdorf.
Right. What takes you into Altdorf then?
Making sure that manling out there gets in. I say just kind of nodding my head outside as I'm eating.
Okay. Kind of shakes his head and okay.
I said I would. I keep my oaths.
Oh well, indeed. We've got a poster up in the common room. I don't know if you saw it when you when you were staying there.
Grumble.
Yeah, he kind of remembers. You can see him kind of remember what's on the poster, and he looks at the halfling. I don't know if that was what was taking you to Altdorf.
Might check it out. I'm pretty bold.
I can see.
What's it about? Do you know what it's about anyway?
Oh, something in the Grey Mountains. You know, they're the Prince Hergard on Tassenlink, putting a party together. Apparently, few people came through. I think they put posters up on all the inns up and down this road and various other roads leading into Altdorf to kind of attract a group of adventurers, I believe.
Have there been many people come through going for it? We're talking about it.
Oh, there's a couple of people a few days ago who seemed to be all excited about it.
How bold did they look?
Not as bold as you, my friend.
Oh, good.
Right. He heads off to go and serve other people, and you guys tuck into your breakfast. Heinkel and Annika, you do a good, 30 minutes of calisthenics in the yard. It is a little bit sloppy in the mud, but you kind of get to the kind of drier, maybe in the archway through the centre of the building. You do a bit in there, so you're not completely covered in mud and drenched when you finish. And you see the carriage of Lady Isolde leave the Inn of the Seven Spokes and head off. And they all start singing a song together as they go. Merry band of people on this. It's quite a dirge, but it's they are singing a song together as they go.
Oh, I knew we should have gotten that carriage.
You were better off not on it.
I can sing if you want. I know some. Well,
Shanties.
if we went further out into sea, they'd be shanties, but they're just river songs because I don't go out to sea. I just used to. Anyway, yeah.
I heard Burnoff sings as pretty as an good dwarf voice singing.
Elder dwarf.
Yeah.
Get a sideways glance from Burnoth as he stuffs another bit of bacon in his mouth.
As you say this, Gunnar comes sort of bleary-eyed, stumbling into the bar room.
Morning.
We'll be with you in a minute, he says, and he turns around and walks back towards the common room. As he opens the door, you can see Heinkel and Annika coming in from their exercise, and you faintly in the distance hear vomiting.
I think we might have to just load the coach up ourselves again.
That manling can handle his ale.
To be fair to him, he had quite a bit of ale.
He did, but if you can't take it, shouldn't drink it.
It's cleaner than the water.
Hi, but you don't need to normally drink that much.
I'll get myself some breakfast, I think.
Okay, cool. So you tuck into some breakfast as well.
It's pretty expensive here, by the way, Heinkel. It's like 5 pennies.
Is it? Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
And it comes over with breakfast for Annika and Heinkel and says,
Yeah.
Mr. Heinkel, that'll be 5 pennies, please.
All right. Can I have a bit to go as well? Can you wrap some up in a parcel for me so I can, for the ride?
How much? Like
what? Same again. Well, if this is 5
for
pennies,
everyone?
Yeah, 5 again is fine.
Sure. We have some bread and cheese, maybe a bit of, jerky or something.
Got any salted pork?
Yeah, I think something we might have. I'll go and check.
All right, I'll give him 10 pennies.
Very generous of you, Heinkel.
Well, like I said, I'll only get nicked if I don't spend it.
Yeah, you don't want to be mugged. You don't know what they're like in Altdorf, right?
No, exactly. To be
Is it
honest,
bad there?
it's more about the encumbrance, and I need to get rid of some of these brass pennies.
These brass pennies are heavy.
I had 28, and now I've got 3.
Good effort.
I want to go out and help load the coach, just in case Heinkel does work out breakfast doesn't cost 5 pennies.
I think
he's figured it out.
I think Heinkel's figured it out.
He's very aware he's paying for breakfast, but he's also very aware that he kept most of the gold and you didn't see half of what he gave me. I'm still richer for it.
Brilliant.
You just think I'm a nice guy when really I'm just a bigger thief than you.
Cool. So who's going to go and load up the coach then?
Please
Yeah.
go and help.
I'd go help.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll help out.
But everyone apart from Heinkel. Heinkel's having his breakfast.
He's got to wait for the food to be parceled up.
That's
Yeah.
true. So you all go out and start loading up the coach with your bags and
Well,
luggage.
there's
and
space inside now, isn't there?
There's space
Mm.
inside. And Philippe hasn't shown his face yet.
Oh, well.
I'll ask the barman. Is that Bretonian around?
I think he had a late game last night.
Where's
think he's
his
having a
room?
line.
I'll go wake him.
I'm not going anywhere near his room.
Might be wise, Annika.
Okay.
Does he tell me where the room is?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll
Tells you which
go
room
up
he's in.
there and boom, boom, boom.
Okay. You bang on the door. This is not your room. You hear sort
I'm
of
aware.
moan.
I'm aware of that, but if you want to get on the coach, you better get ready.
Who is it, Philippe? You hear another voice from inside the room.
Be down in
It's
5.
nothing. It's the dwarf. Go away, dwarf.
Guess you're staying here then, and I'll walk down.
Is he coming?
No.
Okay, so you load up the coach. Heinkel's gets his food parcels all packaged up, and you're all set to go apart from your coachman. You know, one of them is still in the common room. The other one is out in the front courtyard. Not in a good way.
I'm gonna go in the common room. Which one's in the common room?
Gunner.
Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner.
Gunner. You ready to go? What you doing? We're all loaded up.
Everything's spinning.
You need some fresh air. Get on that cart.
We'll drive. Come on.
Stick him on the back runner.
Sounds like a great idea.
Don't let him be sick inside.
Where's Holtz?
Yeah.
Where's Holtz?
Hi. He's outside.
He's out front.
Yeah, sit outside. You'll need the air.
You got all your stuff.
He kind of fumbly hands kind of pulls some stuff into his bag.
I've got that. I'm gonna try and take his bag. I'll carry that for
He
you.
doesn't fight you. He's just like a sad sack of a man who's really hungover.
Off we
He's
go.
just like, oh.
What's in his bag? I want to look.
Ben's
at it as
gone
I walk into
hardcore. It's
it.
been blurred out.
Okay, look in the bag as I'm walking along.
It's not great. There is some
Oh.
money in there though.
Oh, he
'cause,
threw up
you
on
know,
something.
they-
Ugh. No, I'm not going in there. Throw that on the coach.
Okay, so
Using
you get
sock
him.
armor to stop you from stealing from him. He's just put 2 socks over the top of everything else.
Yeah.
You'd have to touch if you want to get to anything.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I will get on the coach.
Okay. Who's it? Minark in chat said, preparing the coach, getting the coach ready. Trade farmer skill roll required.
I don't. Can I get that? I can make a roll.
Sharadell was commenting Ben going blurry is just what Gunnar and Holt see.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, that
Okay,
makes a
so-
nice change. At least it wasn't a reference to me being a vampire and not appearing on like mirrors and
Yeah.
cameras.
Cannot pick
I'm
up.
going to open
your-
the door for them to get in the coach.
Okay.
I'm guessing
No,
Anakin's
don't
going to
let
be
them
driving.
inside. Not inside.
Not
Back
inside.
runner.
Outs-
they'll-
What?
they'll-
Back
Uh,
runner.
Outside, they'll need
Okay.
the air.
Yeah, Holtz is like.
Back runner.
Air.
Yeah, they kind of plonk themselves on the back.
Put the bags inside over them being inside.
Holtz pulls out a small key.
I'll take the key.
Yeah.
To start the horses.
It's for the lockbox on the front of the.
I
on
am
the front
not
of the
putting
coach.
that in the ignition.
All right. I will go look in the lockbox.
Is that where his
That's what the blunderbuss is.
It's the
Blunderbuss.
carrots for the horses. They won't go without their
Yep,
carrots.
there's a few carrots in there, and the blunderbuss.
I'm sitting up front.
How much ammo have they got for the blunderbuss?
As much as they started with.
I'm not a thief.
there are there's 8 shots.
Hey, okay.
Right, I shall climb up into the driver's seat when everybody is ready.
I'm
Pick
ready.
up the horses.
Is it raining?
Oh, of course it is.
Okay,
Ah.
I'll take the blunderbuss and the shot and bring it inside.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, in the lockbox is actually like lined, so it's kind of rainproof.
Yeah, but I want it ready to use, and I'm going to be
Okay.
inside, so
Okay, cool. Poke out the window. Okay, so Annika, shall we have a drive roll from you? So you head out, and one of the porter boys.
Difficulty?
It's going to be. It's not too hard, so it's plus 20.
Splendid.
Splendid.
How did that?
Now,
How do I-
Right.
what
how
you
do I
can
do a
do,
reroll?
what you can do is you can right click in it and use a fortune point to re-roll,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Hey, there we go. That's a bit more like it.
Oh,
there you go.
my word.
Yeah.
Boom. Well,
We
so
go-
we gonna-
you
The bridge is out. Oh no! I ramp it over the broken bridge.
I was going to say, is this
it pauses
yeah.
in midair and it goes. It was about this time the patches realised.
Gunnar and Holtz were beginning to think that this was not going to be their usual journey.
Okay, so
Who's been watching Forces TV? Hey,
so you guys head out, and Annika is probably a better coach driver than Gunnar or Holtz, it seems.
It's
As
because
the,
Annika's sober.
in front of Anna go, do you reckon we could beat Lady Isolde's coach there?
I think we might.
they managed to leave about an hour
Oh,
before you.
take the shortcut through the death ravine.
I've got 6 success levels though.
What's this on the map? It says Boulder Canyon. You got 6 successes. You have, absolutely, and
We'll go through Boulder Canyon if we have to. Just make sure that somebody's on lookout, watching out for sand people.
So you head out, and it's going to take you, half the day to get to Altdorf. So you'll be there sort of in the afternoon, and your journey is fairly uneventful as you go. You pass the odd street peddler, people travelling up through the taverns to trade with those moving down the roads. You see small groups of road wardens. There seem to be, a few of them. I mean, most of you are not from the city, so maybe you're just not used to it, or maybe there's something going on. You're not sure. And even at one point, you see a unit of cavalry pass by in Altdorf colours, red and blue, and that to you is quite impressive. And you have to kind of you kind of stop your coach briefly as they pass.
Pick it up on 2 wheels. Let them go past that way.
You found a ramp in a bush. And at one point, you notice that there is a Four Seasons coach parked for some sort of break on the road, and you go past them. You're not sure if it was Lady Isolde, but you think that maybe it is.
I'll wave as we go past.
Cool.
she's gonna see you the blunderbuss now and be like, "Thank God I'm not in that coach."
See, I was kind of tempted to stand up and let my hair loose.
Oh, L'Oreal on them.
Cool.
So as Philippe
Okay.
would have said, because you're worth it.
No, Philippe's not on the coach. We left without
As
him.
I said, as he would have said.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's he left without him. Okay, so your coach emerges from the Druckwald Forest and speeds southwards for White-walled Altdorf, capital of the Empire and its largest, richest city.
Did we put Philippe's bags on the coach?
No, they would
No.
be.
With Philippe.
Yeah.
Oh, is your sound off, Pete? You look like you were saying something, but
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
we can.
everybody went really quiet. I thought
I was
my,
like-
my
No,
headset was
there
broken
was like
for a minute.
a background noise that kind of went away. Yeah, it takes several hours to negotiate the roads and causeways that lead through the Altdorf Flats, vast marshland surrounding the imperial capital. Eventually the land rises to a patchwork of farmlands and small villages, and not long after that the white walls of Altdorf can be seen glimmering in the distance, stretching far to east and west. Just after dark, the character's coach pulls in through the intricately carved wolf gate at the north of it is enormous, and as you arrive, going to take. Oh, thank you, Ujin, for following. So
Everybody jump! I'm not breaking.
you have arrived in Altdorf, and we are now on Chapter 3, Heart of the Empire. Heart of the
Ooh.
Empire. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me get me Nightbot up. Okay, so we are going to do the giveaway for Uber's Reich Adventures 1 and 2 PDFs. What I'll need the winner to do is to contact me in Discord. So Roger, if you could whack the Discord in there.
I shall indeed.
Thank you. Giveaways. Giveaway. And
So we need to tell them what the secret word is.
so what we need you to put in the chat is hashtag Altdorf.
I will write it for people who don't know how to spell it.
Oh, I just did.
should be on the screen for them because they can see the map. But
Yeah.
yes, it's
Okay.
also good to spell it because it's
Like that, but with a
that-
hashtag.
No,
it's that fancy writing that they use in Altdorf.
If you do that, what can they win, Pete?
they can win a PDF
What,
copy.
what did we say, Millie?
What?
Can they win?
Oh, look at what they could have won. Yeah. Is that the right one?
A cuddly
Is-
toy.
Is it some kind of bonus?
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
oh blimey,
I was
there's
too
lots
busy
of Altdorf
watching
sitting there.
all the entries.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at it all go. That's
So
exciting.
they could win a PDF copy of both Uber's Reich Adventures 1 and 2. So whoever wins, they'll need to contact me on the Discord. Come onto the Discord, find me, Garblag, send me a direct message, and we'll arrange for you to get in contact with Cubicle 7, our wonderful
Can Nightbot
sponsors.
differentiate between capital and lowercase?
It's fine. It doesn't matter
Okay.
either way.
Just checking.
Yep.
Didn't want
I
people to
haven't
miss
made
out.
it. I don't make it case sensitive.
Okay.
Make sure you enter, guys. Get involved. Free
Yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
Free
And
stuff.
once
Courtesy of the
again,
wonderful people at Cubicle 7.
absolutely. Thank you to our sponsors, Cubicle 7. And we are going to take a short break. So keep entering those Altdorfs. And we shall see you very soon. And we are back. Hello. Yes, before the break, we had told you all that one lucky person, was going to win a PDF copy of Uber's Reich Adventures 1 and 2, and to put hashtag Altdorf in the chat. Now, I think...
If you haven't done it, do it very quickly.
Now,
Hashtag Altdorf right now if you want to enter to win the free stuff.
Yes, because I'm going to call it very soon. I've seen a couple of people talking about the studio in the chat as well. Unfortunately, because of obviously coronavirus and all the social distancing and lockdowns, etc., haven't used the studio in a long time, and it's become a little bit of a storage facility again, which would swap around with the shed if we were to get back to that. But I think we've opened up so many links and opportunities with other streamers like Millie, who's joining us, today.
From the
And-
sunny
and-
north of the UK, yeah.
Exactly, and Ben from the Prison Isle. It's
I
It's,
so missed Ben when Ben moved to the prison aisle.
yeah.
It's true, to be fair. They call it the
Ben,
prison
you've
isle
gone
like
to
they're joking.
Australia.
No, it's a much more prisons than that.
No, it's a more local prison aisle for more local
It's
people.
local prisons for local people.
Yeah. Okay, right.
We have four prisons.
The Isle of Wight we're talking about. If people don't know, we're joking. We're joking. Sorry, anyone else from the Isle of Wight? Not Ben. I'm not sorry for Ben. Okay, so I'm going to call it in 5 seconds' time. Who is going to win the Ubersreich Adventures 1 and 2 PDF? Here we go. I'm doing it now.
Ooh.
No.
We did have a couple of last-minute entries, John.
was
didn't we?
good.
Alex Moss has won the
Oh.
giveaway. Hey, Alex, how you
Congratulations,
doing?
Alex.
Long time friend of the channel and viewer of our WFRP shows. Well done, Alex. Just message me on the Discord and we will arrange for Cubicle 7 to give you those wonderful PDFs. Lots of adventuring fun for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition. Our lovely sponsors, Cubicle 7, thank you very much for your support. And
Pop a link for our Discord in the chat. I know Alex doesn't need it, but if you're
Holy
not a member of
Sigma.
our
Anyone else
Discord,
wants to come and say hi?
but yeah, for anyone that wants to join us.
yes, absolutely.
What's the prize next week, Pete?
The prize next week, that is a good question, is 2 more PDFs.
Ooh.
2 more PDFs.
So if you missed out this week, there is still more opportunities.
Yes.
More free stuff. So yeah, make sure you're here next week.
Mm. And I think we're going to do something a bit special for the finale,
Oh.
but I
TPK.
won't give it away right now.
We don't have to do that dance you were talking about, do we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, God.
Okay. Anyway, as
Stuff we
we
do for fame.
I know. Before the break, the party had just arrived in Altdorf. The white walls of Altdorf stretching out to either side of the Wolf Gate as you approach, and it is enormous. Okay,
Ooh, we've got a
huge
raid.
city, and you can see. Oh, hello.
Let's go raid.
Hi,
Legio
raiders.
Necrus is raiding with a party of 4. Thank you very much, guys, for the raid. As you're approaching, you've passed through this swamp. It's late afternoon. The sun is just going down, so it's getting dark. The lights, lamps, torches are being lit around the city, and you can see the Emperor's Palace, or what you think may be the Emperor's Palace. Big, impressive buildings, kind of dotted around the city, all kind of lighting up as you approach. And by this time, Gunnar and Holtz have recovered, and Gunnar is actually up with Annika. I don't know whether you still want to be driving, Annika.
Damn Skippy, get off.
He says to you, we have to go to the Königplatz. That's the end of the line, basically.
Okay,
and
which way's that?
He points you in the right direction.
And what does the law say about running people over?
It's
Don't do
generally
it.
frowned upon.
Don't do it. It depends how rich you are and how poor they are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's scroll out. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh my God. Great, it's not going up because I was naughty earlier. Probably Wayland Punk. Probably. If you're subscribed,
says no.
then are you already a subscriber? I think he is. Yep. Okay. Anyway, so it takes you some time before the coach pulls into the open expanse of the Königplatz near the centre of the city. And as you do, even though it's late, there are young men and women, eager boards, sort of pouncing at every coach that's arriving, touting the various inns that you can kind of see around the edges of the Königplatz, and offering accommodation This one over here's got the best beds in town. Oh, the best ale is down at the Red Dragon. And kind of they're all kind of shouting at you as you even before you've fully stopped the coach and getting all of your gear off. It's as you've been driving through, you've seen the city as sort of people are moving around. It's still quite busy, even though it's fairly late, and the city has kind of a strange feel to it. As you've gone through, you've seen great juxtaposition of ruin and riches right next door to each other. People extending and expanding their houses and having them decorated next to crumbling hovels. It's very strange, all kind of packed in together. Altdorf to you already seems slightly strange, busy, so many people crammed into one place, and it's people seem to be in a hurry, moving with purpose, barging. Lots of shoving going on, lots of elbows. It's a complete change to the kind of sedate road travel, the tavern. Even though those taverns were quite full, this is a proper number of people.
Are
There's
people going about armed,
yeah, people are.
or are we going to draw attention by clunking around in armor and weapons?
Armor and weapons might draw attention, says Gunnar. People don't. It's not so bad if you can defend yourself. If you're walking around looking like you're ready for a battle, then someone will probably have a word with you at some point. But I mean, you guys look fine. Don't worry about it. You don't look that threatening, so you're okay. Let me actually get open the.
I'll ask him if he can suggest an inn that might be suitable for our ilk of passage.
As you say that to him, a young lad steps up. An inn, sir? An inn? You're looking for an inn? Well, Angelino's has got the best grub in town. And another kid comes over and goes, No. Come on, stay at the Cat and Fiddle. It's got the finest music, the softest beds. Some of the nicest ladies as well, my friend.
Who's
They
got
kind
the
of seem
best
to be
laundry?
fighting. They look genuinely confused by your question.
Come on, best laundry. Who cleans clothes the best?
I don't know. They look at you like you're a weirdo and start to move away from you. Let's get off up.
I don't know any tokens.
Which of the two of them was it that gave me the key to the blunderbuss?
Gunner.
Okay. I will walk up and offer Gunner the blunderbuss and the key back.
That's why he doesn't play the athlete.
I'm assuming you'll need this.
Oh. He kind of pats himself down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Clearly he doesn't remember giving it to you.
What kind of time of day is it? Is it quite late?
It's late afternoon, early evening. It's starting to get dark. Not that that's kind of quietened down Altdorf as far as you can tell. It's still pretty busy. And you guys are... What I'll do is I'll put a token on the map.
You ever been to Altdorf, Brucey?
No, never been to Altdorf. Here they've got some good theatres and good arts here. I might like to try my hand at a bit of dancing.
I didn't have you down as a dancer.
Can you see Brucey on the map?
All I can see is a big
oh,
black
yeah.
blow with some little
Yeah.
swirly points.
Oh, hang on.
Same.
There
Well,
he
I
is.
can sort that out, not a problem. Let's configure the scene. Turn on...
It's going to kind of look at Annika and go, it's bloody massive here.
Turn off total.
It is quite big. It's dirtier than I was expecting. What's the capital of Estalia?
E?
Magritta. I think it might be Magritta.
Now can you see it?
No, I can see the
I can see
legend.
labels.
I can see it. Hurrah!
I can see the labels, but that's
Yeah, I can see labels, and I think I can see me.
That's Brucey.
Oh, that's Brucey.
I've just
Yeah.
put Brucey on the map just as an indicator of where you are.
Brucey will lead the way.
I believe in Brucey.
So this place is very busy. People moving around, hawking their wares, trading, all kinds of things. There's a throng of people moving around, and you can see that there's a street that stretches away from the Königplatz down to the river, which you all know which direction that's in. You can see this long.
You could probably smell it.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably smell it. There are people moving around and lots of people nearby themselves. Everybody, please make a perception roll at -10.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Oh,
I'm good. I will. Oh, no, stop. Everybody stop rolling so I can right click on it. Use a 14-point to reroll. Marginal success. There we go. That's better.
okay.
Marginal failure. I'm going to use my reroll that's mumbled for me at the start of the game.
God, you're all sort of stunned by the busyness and the size of Altdorf. You're kind of
So
looking
big.
around. Only
I'm going to kind
Brucey.
of have my one hand on my axe, one hand on my purse, given someone mentioned pickpockets. But that's about.
That's the one in
I'm
our
probably
party.
too busy going. This is huge.
Yeah.
I
You
will also
are-
have one hand on his axe and one hand on his purse.
I don't think you could reach both somehow.
I'm
Okay,
trying to
cool.
scrutinize the inns nearby to see which one looks cleanest, so I don't notice shit.
Okay, Brucey,
Where
you
are we
can
off to,
see
Annika?
you can see a couple of kids hanging around the back of your coach near the luggage, and
Mhm.
also that they seem to be eyeing up the chap with the quarterstaff.
All right. I will.
Set patches on him. He's his to rob.
Yeah. I'll be. Oi! Don't be getting ideas just because we've just got off a coach. We weren't just born yesterday. Go on. Go and pester somebody else. There'll be a fancy coach coming down in an hour or so with a lady on board. Noble. Go and pinch off air. Get ready.
As you say that, there is a loud trumpeting.
These
And
pickpockets are getting sophisticated.
the sound the sound of marching feet, like a whole troop, horse and soldiers, and it's like the throng starts to sort of murmur and part, and in no time a procession of soldiers pushes its way through the Königplatz, at the front of which the Emperor, looking square of jaw and proud in full armour, mounted on a magnificent ebony steed barred in gold, rides behind the marching phalanx. Beside and behind him march ranks of knights in their full ceremonial regalia. The assembled crowds cheer as the procession proceeds. And they're kind of moving through, and everyone's like, "Ah, the Emperor!" Ah. And people are sort of swooning and shouting and cheering, and this kind of procession moves through the Königplatz.
Sit in. I'm going to look at Patches and just say, "Nice of the Emperor to come and say hello."
Reckon he's here for us. Fully believe it.
He does this for every coach.
Every day.
Oh, no wonder
Brilliant.
he's so busy.
I love the idea.
I didn't know he knew we were coming. Right.
And this as it passes, like they go out of the Königplatz, and then suddenly it returns to the bustle and hustle that it was before, and people moving around and hawking their wares and trying to get people to go to inns and taverns left, right, and centre. As this is going on, are you kind of gathering all your stuff together, and Gunnar and Holtz are kind of like, well, thanks for helping us get here in one piece. Yeah, appreciate the assist.
Did you have a tavern recommendation?
Well, the Cat and Fiddle isn't bad, or I hear the boatman down by the river is not too bad either.
I like the sound of that one.
Which one's nearest?
Cat and Fiddle's over there, he says, pointing to one side. And the boatman, he sort of points above the crowds. That road, he says, that's the street of 100 taverns. It's down there. There's lots of stuff down there.
Let's go to that one. I suggest.
Do they have a
that we-
commemorative tea towel that you'd take to every tavern and like? No.
I think you can get a tankard.
Someone
they
needleworks your
Yeah,
towel.
they like put like a cross in it for you.
You can get a little tin shield attached to your quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does it make it
I
do more
suggest we
damage
go
if
to
you
the
manage to
boatman.
drink enough?
You do 100 taverns, it does half a point extra damage. Yeah.
Patches. As they're all chatting away and gathering all their stuff. You notice two men approach you. One of them is kind of looking a bit sort of to one side, and they keep a little bit further away, but the other one looks at you, Patches, and goes,
I'm gonna copy him and also do that.
he looks slightly confused, and he goes,
Okay, I'm gonna do.
Oh no, Cthulhu is risen.
like seems very confused.
And I'm just gonna go. Are you the blokes that meant to meet me here?
No, they're slightly away from you. They're sort of, they're not within talking range. He's kind of making funny signals at you, scratching his face. It seems to be getting worse and worse, and he's kind of trying to like look inconspicuous, but he looks slightly strange.
I'm gonna walk towards him. I think I'm gonna go. Fair enough. Do I just walk with me a little bit?
As
Where are
you
going?
as you start to walk towards them, the man who's scratching his face at you suddenly kind of looks slightly off at another angle, and he's like, seems that he has clocked
Do you
somebody
scratch your
else,
face at me, sir?
and he starts to head off in that direction. The two of them hurriedly, pushing between the people.
He was making faces at me, but I think he's up to something. I really think we should follow him.
They hurry over to where a stocky man stands near a doorway to a house. They follow him through the door. Shut the door.
Is it just a house? It's not like a bar or anything. There's no signage over it. It's just a house.
Just a house.
Just a house.
Is this some strange human custom that you're talking about?
There's not one I've seen before. He was, shifty. Do you have shifty? He was shifty. It's like he was.
Well, you're not quite less than shifty yourself, really. you know.
That's why I didn't know he was shifty.
I hear rogues have hand signals and things. You know, special way of communicating.
On the grapevine, maybe. I've heard.
You'd
I've
expect
heard
it
of
to be
such
subtle,
things.
not like some kind of mime face paint job.
Well, bigs can't do it as good as us, can they?
Make a Patches. Make a perception roll. Flat. +0.
+3.
Okay. The figure was a stocky man. He looked like he may have been. His clothing seemed very bulky. And you think there
like
was something at his belt.
rich, bulky. Oh, okay.
Like Brucey's clothes look slightly bulky.
He's got like a dozen bats tied to his chest.
Have the others followed me, or are you guys still at the carriage?
Everyone
If
else
you
is
ask me
going.
to walk with you, I'm near you.
You know what I mean? Fair enough. I'm just gonna knock on the door because that's how they work. I'm gonna knock on the door. Oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna knock on the door because I'm a halfling. I'm gonna test the door hand to see if the door's unlocked.
It's not
Do you
locked.
still want me with you?
It's not locked. Oh! Gonna slowly open that door.
Okay. Inside there's the interior. It seems like a small peasant dwelling, townsman's dwelling. Some furniture dotted in there. Looks like the table and chairs have been swept aside, and you can see through to a back door, which is open into an alleyway beyond.
Ah, fair enough. I think they've gone.
Do you know him?
No, I've never seen him before, but it looked like he might have had something that belonged to me, or could potentially belong to me, or us.
I'll give you a bit of a quizzical look at that.
That's a bit. I don't know about running down dark alleys after people. We've only just got here.
Not without a reason.
I'll keep an eye out for him again, see if they come looking for us. We should probably stick back with Annika. What do you reckon?
I've got to stay near the lass.
I probably need a dwarf friend with me. All right. I'm gonna look. I just want to look around the dwelling to see if they've dropped anything or if there's any obvious sign of it. But I'm
You're
guessing
going
they've
in.
just run through. I'm
Oh.
only peeking. I'm not doing anything. Nothing wrong with looking.
I weren't
I'll-
dropping no eaves.
I'll wait outside.
Okay.
I'm going to start aggressively questioning urchins.
I assume they've just run through the house.
Yeah,
but
they've just run.
quick-
It looks
quick-
like they've
quick
just run through the
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come out of the house. Head back
Okay.
to the coach with them. But I'm
Okay.
gonna remember their face.
As you are heading back to the coach, the others are getting all their gear ready, looking where the taverns are, and bear with me
Everyone,
one
just
moment.
add a thought. Those two guys, in case they were looking for me, I don't know why they would be, but maybe I should use an assumed name while I'm here, just in case people are after me. So maybe don't call me, Hieronymus Shortbottom. Maybe go with Copernicus Lowhaven. Let's go with that. I'm Mr. Lowhaven now, okay?
Copernicus.
You can still call me Patches. That's fine. That's the nickname. But if anyone asks, Lowhaven, okay? Blend in a bit better.
Sure.
Sorry to all the Twitch viewers at home. Wink.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Whatever you say.
as they're heading back, suddenly there is a shout of "Brucey" from in the crowd, and a figure appears. A burly fellow with a huge beard striding towards the party. Brucey is your
So
old
not Carol
friend.
Vorderman then.
Not Carol.
Not Carol. Where is it? Here we go. You go. You can now check. Oh, hang on. Should be able to now see in journals a handout that says Joseph Quatchin.
Oh, there
At
he is. yeah.
last, a friendly face. You never mistake that beard or the boiler of a belly it conceals. Is your old friend Joseph Quatchin. You have known Joseph for more than 10 years and have spent many a happy evening with him in various riverside taverns. Joseph has a phenomenal capacity for alcohol and a talent for always finding the best drinking wherever he goes. Oh, Brucey, what a bonus to see you here.
It's such a treat, pal. Listen, you're the right man in the right place at the right time.
What are you doing in the city?
Well, currently we're trying to work out what's the best inn.
Oh, you got to come down
see?
to the Boatman with me.
Yeah, and I look like everybody says. I said the boatman. That was the.
Who are
not
your
this-
friends? Who are your
Just
friends?
in the background, small children running away from Annika as she starts striding towards them, asking them about like
So
washerwomen and clean bedding.
Okay. Well, the beds are pretty clean at the Boatman. It's nice to see you striking out, Brucey, and getting up to the city. I mean, the river runs through here, so we can always sort something out as well, can't we?
yes.
Hmm.
Chuck a net over the edge. Is that allowed here, or they got like licenses and stuff? They're all a bit fancy down here, aren't they?
Oh, don't. The nobility are mad. I mean, they're like inbred idiots, but that's another story altogether. Maybe we should go and get a drink and have a chat. You know,
Yeah.
find
Yeah,
out.
let's-
Are these
I've got
your?
some- Yeah.
just-
So this is well, once she's finished harassing those kids, like I don't think that's gonna wash off the faces, but she can shout at them a bit more if she wants. That's Annika, blessed Annika. This is Heinkel, and these chaps just heading back. This is Bernoth and Patches.
Ah, well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Joseph Quatchin. You know, a riverman, boatman, man of the Reich, the river, that is.
So did you two sail together?
Well,
Once
we've
no,
done a
wink,
few
wink,
trips
say no
down
more, say no
a
more.
few courses together, haven't we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
where the river flows, eh?
These children are useless. Not one of them knows where the best place to get your clothes cleaned is. It's all
Oh.
best food, best ale, best music. Nothing about the important things to consider.
What about tattoos?
Oh,
Did they say anything about tattoos?
there's a
didn't
chap down
ask.
the street of 100 taverns who does great tattoos. Piotr.
So do you two been on big boats or small ones?
Oh.
It depends
I'll
on how
show-
many
oh,
ales
Hey, look,
and
I'll
how
tell you
big
what.
the audience
Do
is.
you want to come and see my boat?
I've done a bit of boating in my time.
Yeah.
We use them to get up and down the rivers up in the hills.
Well. Yeah. Well, my boat's more down down near the boatman. Come on, he says, kind of his big arms kind of grabbing a couple of you in a kind of hearty embrace.
Don't need to tell
Ah.
me twice to go to a tavern.
Yeah. Ah, well, ale, that's a good idea. Oh, I'd like to have a drinking competition with a dwarf. I'll finally put this to the test, he says, whacking his belly. Right. So
There's no
you
way
guys,
this ends well.
so you start heading down this street of 100 taverns, and this place is jam-packed with taverns. You're not sure there are 100, but there are a lot of them.
It's enough
there's a-
so you'd lose count if you went drinking in them.
Absolutely. And there's lots of little side streets and roads leading away that have other kind of little drinking establishments in. But there's lots of people moving up and down here, enjoying the delights of the different establishments. And Joseph is just kind of chatting along. We're moored up at the moment. I'm trying to put together a crew, actually. If you're not I need some people to help me with the
What, like a boat crew?
well, yeah.
For what kind of work?
Wait till we get to the. I'm getting ahead of myself. How was your journey to the city? Come on, how? Anything odd happen on the way?
Brucey killed a demon.
What?
No, no, really, this is not a tallfish tale. I actually stabbed a demon in the head.
Oh, Brucey. You stabbed a
Yeah.
demon in the head.
It was this big.
I always knew you had it in you. Great
Hey,
things
got
are
talent there, lad.
abound for that Brucey there.
I
Wow.
just- I'd just like to, you know.
Well, look. Let me tell you something then.
Mhm.
Talking of demons, there's some really strange. And he kind of pauses and looks around. Strange goings on at the university. It's like people think it's been like nearly overrun with demonologists. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And people have heard that they've seen flashing lights and screams in there some nights. There's like demonic parties going on. I don't know what
Right.
they mean, but it sounds.
And how close is
things are strange.
is that place to the inn we're going to?
Oh, he kind of points over there. It's a bit over there. Don't worry.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry.
Cool.
Don't worry. That's fine.
yeah.
And as you're kind of, he's telling you this, at the side of the street, there is a skinny preacher standing, dressed in rags. He's got like a scroll like in his hand that he's like scrunching up. His knuckles are white. He's standing on a little box, and he points straight at Hieronymus. And he says, "I see darkness gathering as the last house of joy falls. Beware, for shadows over Bogenhof and stir. Then, beloved, more resplendent investments of green stands astride Sigmar's great river. Yea, I see death on the Reich, and I despair. For then the stained hand guides the once mighty lord, and this power behind the throne curses us all. Lo, the horned rat then claims the broken king atop his throne of lies, and the white walls fall, leaving our empire in ruins. Tremble in fear, ye mighty, for the end times have come." And he looks directly at Hieronymus. And he kind of screams this, and then he kind of starts going again, and he starts shouting about other kind of conspiracies within the city and all kinds of things. But this kind of rant really stands out because for a moment he was directing it straight at Hieronymus.
Does that happen often?
Actually,
Joseph
have you pissed off some people?
looks at you like, that was weird. What's
Right.
going on? I'm a halfling friend. Are you everything okay?
Yeah,
I
something
think
you want
so.
to tell us?
I don't know what's going on. There were those two blokes back there, and now that mad bloke up on his box.
Well, he's always there, just shouting and screaming his head off. People chuck coins at him. He gets tired, goes off.
Like Chuck Roxanne.
Don't say that. He's just a harmless old madman.
I'm not going to pay for that performance.
Hey,
Right.
you saw those soldiers. I wouldn't try it.
Let's just be mad.
Come on. I think you've made enough friends. I'll say slapping the
I'm going to
Hieronymus
give
on
the old
back.
man a brass penny.
No, I don't encourage him.
As you go and give him a brass penny, he goes, "Cheers, mate."
Nice.
Okay, so eventually Joseph leads you down, all the way down to the river. And all manner of vessels are tied up along the riverfront, from kind of high-masted ships to broad-bellied kind of river barges, and even some houseboats. The Boatman Inn is just one of many establishments along the embankment, but the front of it looks out onto the river. It's clearly why Joseph likes it. And as you approach, you can hear music. It seems cheerful and upbeat. It looks a little bit worn, a little bit rough around the edges. Maybe the clientele aren't quite the Lady Isoldes of society. But as he walks in, you can see that there's a number of river folk already inside drinking. Brucey, you can tell these are all boatmen, boat people, boat folk, who are having drinks. It's cordial and friendly, and there seems to be food and drink being, brought to different tables. People are eating their evening meals, drinking quite well, but nothing feels excessive. So it's kind of fine, and people don't really look at you as you come in. This is a fairly busy tavern, lots of people coming in and out. And Joseph says, "Hey, I tell you what, come, look, sit down over here. I'll get a round of drinks. You guys sit down, warm your feet, and I'll be back in a minute." And you see him go off to the thing, and the 5 of you are left alone for a moment.
I used to look around. I want to see if those guys that were signaling me earlier are around or just following me or something. Bit paranoid.
Not that you can see. Make a perception roll.
Oh, no, there is 2 ticks. Closed my skills. +3.
No, you can't. You can't see them. And you've been aware. That's kind of like a role for as you've been, going
Around,
into the tavern and moving down the road, and you haven't seen them, so you're fairly sure that they're not following you.
Brendan seems nice, Brucey.
Yes, listen, he's good at drinking his ale, but once he's had 5 or 6, he doesn't notice if you just chuck a bit on the floor to try and keep up. I'm not saying that's a tactic, but sometimes it's the only way you could get to the end of the conversation with him.
Well, I'm not here for a drinking contest. We've got work to do.
Well, just hold on to that thought. Once he's a couple of cups in, he'll put up a good fight.
It'll only be a challenge. No, it's only a contest if it's a challenge. So it won't be a contest for you.
Like I said, I've got business. I'm not wasting my time with that.
To say, I'm a little bit disappointed in Altdorf.
Why is that?
How so?
Well, see, I've been to Holgal, and I've been to Magritta, and now I've been to Altdorf, and I was expecting Altdorf to be a little bit more splendid and a little bit less rough. Magritta is a city of culture and song, and it's bright and airy and clean.
There's at least 5 different types of boat on the river. What more culture do you want?
Hey, I got to see the Emperor. Wasn't expecting that.
That is true. That was a blessing.
I got screamed at by a madman.
That's also a blessing, just in a different way.
I'm actually going to get out some parchment and sort of start making a drawing.
No, don't make a drawing. Write a letter. Dear Nan, I saw the Emperor. He was tall.
I'm going to just start doing a sketch of seeing, of the Emperor as I saw him.
Cool.
So sort of upwards.
At that point, Joseph comes back. Here, and he's got like a tray of ales, and he kind of sticks it down on the table. They're going to bring some food over in a minute. So, what brings you all to Altdorf then? I mean, Brucey here, obviously looking for fame, fortune, and adventure, battling demons and all kinds of things. And your friend here is some sort of harbinger of doom. But what about the other 3 of you?
I'm here to take holy orders at the Temple of Myrmidia.
Oh, okay, great.
Do you know if the lady of the house has a laundress on staff?
I think they have a washerwoman.
That would do.
Does the rounds along a few of the taverns along the embankment here. You can put some things in. I think there's a couple of pennies, and it'll come back in the morning.
Perfect.
Mostly clean.
Stick it in the river, be fine.
I'm not sticking it in the river. That river's the same colour as the road we rode in on.
Where do you
colour
think they
for
get
a
the
river.
water from for the beer?
I'll go ask the bar staff about that. But while I'm up there asking about the washerwoman, who probably doesn't exist, I want to just describe the person I saw, the big guy, and just see if they know who that person is.
Who are you describing that to?
The stocky man that was in the,
Yeah,
the
and
door frame.
who
To
you
the bar staff. So
the
if
bar
there's
staff.
an obvious landlady or landlord there, and be like, my friend wants a washerwoman. By the way,
Yeah.
do you recognise this bloke? He's stocky, big bloke. He's hanging up round by the plaza. Had a couple of goons with him. Describe the goons.
Doesn't sound familiar. No, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. But we do have a washerwoman. She comes around and collects a load in about an hour.
And how stocky is she?
She's actually fairly stocky.
Oh, thank you. How much is a washerwoman?
Penny.
Okay, cool.
For 3 items.
I'll tell Annika that when I get back. Yeah, washerwoman will be round in soon. It's like a penny.
Joseph looks at Heinkel and says, "And what about you? Sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Heinkel.
Mr. Heinkel. What brings you to Aldorf?"
Well, I need to go to the College of Magic.
Ooh. At the College of Magic?
I heard there's demons.
You have a message to deliver there, do you?
No, I need to go and have my license approved so I can go about this fair world in the service of the Empire. And at this point, I'm not going to cast a spell. I'd be lynched. But
he says,
it is
"Well,
very
you know, I mean, obviously, the College of Magic is in the city, and therefore there are wizards around. But still, people just feel a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
Unfortunately,
So I would.
what you said was quite disturbing because we did actually meet a demonologist. Unfortunately, the dwarf killed him and burned.
No,
all
I
of
think
his
the
stuff.
phrase you need there is fortunately.
Hey, could have
just got
stopped
the-
more of the
Well,
buggers.
that's what he said.
What
And
happened on your?
fortunately, the dwarf
Where did
killed
this
him.
happen?
Yeah.
What? He seems
Just some
excited
tavern on
and
the road
thrilled
here.
by. Okay,
And we feel that the
that wasn't the Coach
demonologist
and Horses, was it? Dodgy Tavern, that one.
Yeah, we feel
That
that the
seemed all right, apart from him.
the demonologist was traveling to the College of Magic to deliver something.
Oh. What? Deliver what?
Well, we threw that in the fire and burnt it as well.
But, well, that's probably wise.
It was a bit risky.
You know, if you ask me, it's all starting to smell a bit fishy round here. He winks at Brucey. There's a lot going. It's all a bit dark and mysterious. There's all kind of, no, there's all this stuff with the university. You know, it's just. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Well, look. I mean, if there's clearly you're all capable people, and the stories you tell me about defeating demons and demonologists, although they sound far fetched, Brucey, very speaks for you. So I believe you. I'm looking for a crew for my ship, the Barabelli. He kind of points over his shoulder at we're heading down to Bogenhafen and he slams on the table a parchment.
Can I pick it up? I mean, I'm assuming
Yes.
there's writing on it.
I've shared it,
Oh, okay.
and it says, "The Scharfenfest. The council and burghers of Bogenhafen announce that the grand opening of the annual Scharfenfest will be held on the town meadow this Mitterfrühl day. The fair will last for 3 days through the hours of daylight, by gracious permission of His Grace Graf Wilhelm von Saponitheim, and His Royal Highness Grand Duke Leopold of Midland, a great joust will be held between the knights and squires of their two households. All this in addition to the usual attractions of our famous livestock market and the Reichland's greatest travelling fair. This is, look, I've got wine to sell at that fair, and I'm travelling down there, but I'm a bit short on crew.
What kind of is it? Sail or rowing? I know my way around an oar.
It is a sail. We've got sails. Yeah.
I've never used them.
All right, they're not that difficult.
No, it's more about keeping ropes tight and positioning things in the right place. You know, the sails kind of look after themselves after a while. It's just me, you know, Volmar and Gilda, and little Elsa. We're heading down, but it's not. We need some, we need some help. We need some support.
Look, I really wanted to stick around in Altdorf for a while, but as it's you, and you sound like you need a hand here. I'll
I do.
dig in if you need, but I'll have to come back because
Look, I tell you what,
I haven't even been to the theatre yet. I need to go and see how good they dance. And
I'm willing to pay you 2 shillings a day.
I'll
as
look
crew.
around at everybody else's faces. Like,
I mean,
Hey,
they've
fancy
got
going
the
to
fair.
Bolgenhafen?
wonder why.
I need to go to Temple in the morning, but I quite fancy going to a fair. That sounds like fun.
Well,
As long as the priestesses say it's okay.
there will be members of most faiths and temples there. It draws people from all over the area, and many people from the city are heading down there.
When are you leaving?
Well, ideally, I'd like to leave in the morning.
Oh,
Don't even
so
have time to
soon.
take in the sights.
No,
Really?
we'll come back.
Look, and if you want, you can stay the night for free on my boat.
So, actually, I was like, oh, he's going to put us up in an inn. He's like, oh, you can stay for free on my boat. Like, I've got a park bench outside. You can sleep on. Oh, gee, thanks. Sorry.
We're going to
Back
head
in
down the
game.
Weisbruck Canal tomorrow. I can put it off by a couple of hours if you know.
I really
you want...
must go to the temple. It's an oath.
That's,
I go where the
that's-
lass goes.
Okay.
I'm sworn to the
that's-
temple in the morning, but
Mhm.
depending on what they say, I can let you know by lunchtime.
Sure.
And it would be
Sure.
good to continue traveling with Brucey. It's been educational.
Be worth waiting for Annika. She's a good person to have around.
I don't go anywhere without her.
Oh, thanks, boys.
I'll say continuing to draw.
What are you drawing? Can I look at your drawing? How much
You
have
can
drawn?
look at my drawing.
What does it look like so far?
It's kind of basic outlines, really. You can tell what I'm drawing.
He looks at Heinkel. That should give you time to go over to the College of Magic in the morning, shouldn't it?
And not deliver a message.
But
can
tonight,
go
I
to the
have to go to
College
one
of
of their
Magic.
sex parties.
I am going to the College of Magic this evening.
This evening.
I've never seen the college. Heinkel, if I come with
Oh.
you, would they let me in as well?
Of course they will. You do realise it will be dark.
Well, that's probably
You
best.
might not see the college.
Well,
They
probably
do
got-
tend to light it up a bit.
they
You
got
might see more
candles.
than your little eyes are ready for.
But actually, I would be much happy. Well, I would be very happy if you would accompany me when I go to the college. My eyes for seeing small urchins about to rob me are lacking slightly. I might not make it there and back with my pockets intact.
The small thief, you know. If you give me your pockets, I can look after them for you. Yes, Heinkel, I'll come with you to the college.
Right, well. Okay, so Heinkel and Hieronymus, you're going to go off to the College of Magic.
Yes.
Okay. And the other three of you are going to stay in the tavern.
Yes,
Or is
I'm
anyone
going
else gonna
to
go?
pay a coin to get my hood and robes washed
Okay,
for tomorrow.
sure.
It's like that old Levi's ad, but you strip off in the middle of the tavern, hand all your clothes over to the washer.
I have got spare clothes and armor, so
Yeah,
I kind
You're
of can
okay.
do that.
you're okay.
But I'm not going to do it in the middle of the tavern. I'll go somewhere with a little bit of privacy.
The little initiates room.
Brilliant. Okay, right. So Heinkel and Hieronymus, you head off to the. I'm just going to make that. Sorry, I'm just going to make that Scharfenfest visible to all of you, so you can refer to it.
I've got a black map again.
Oh, my map's only been black this whole time. I was looking at the city on the Twitch stream.
Going to be your WebGL or whatever it is.
Yes.
Now I should have a name or some form of document
Yes.
to who I should see.
Give a wizard's license.
A
to
lady,
get my wizard's
Reich
license.
Hilda, who is the person you are supposed to, the wizard who's license
So did you train here then, Heikel?
capabilities.
No, my master trained here, but unfortunately, my master has become slightly less favourable towards myself. So I think actually me being sent here is more to get me out from under him as opposed to me becoming a wizard. But I have trained, and I, this is my next step.
Yeah, you have a document that is to be passed over to Reich Hilda, which he has. It's like a sealed scroll.
Yeah.
And your Adelhard has told you that this will, on receipt of this documents your training, and that they will then provide you with a license.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys are heading through the streets, and the is actually back up near the Königplatz where you came from. So you make your way back up past the crazy preacher, who's now sitting on his soapbox smoking a small pipe.
I want to try and walk on Heinkel's side so he can't see me.
And you go past him, back up into the Königplatz, and you can see the large buildings off to your left, and you start making your way through the streets. Did you both?
Gonna shout, if there's any pickpockets about, there's a rich bloke down there, and just point back down the street.
Make a plus 40 perception roll.
Ooh.
Perception. I'm trying to think
How could I fail?
do you just type 40 and modify?
No,
In
when
the modifier,
when
there's a drop down for challenging +0, and then the drop down should give
Um,
you the other options of easy or difficult.
Difficulty. Yeah.
failed that.
I want to
Easy.
use. I'm going to use a fortune point.
Okay.
Yeah, pass.
Oh no, let me just put that up. Hang on, where? Wait, I'm going to do this now quicker. Right click. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Failed a plus 40 test.
Oh, Patches, you just got another reroll.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Minute. Right, so as you head through the city, Michael, you can see in the air faint traceries of the winds of magic around the far building. And this is something that you've kind of never really seen before. You haven't experienced this. It's amazing to your eyes, and you know that the halfling at your side will not be able to see this.
I
But
shall
this-
pause and just marvel.
The swirling Ish, Chamon, Giran, Azir, Ulgu, Shyish, Akshi, and Gur. All the winds there. Very faint traceries. Like a very faint northern lights almost over the College of Magic, swirling around. Occasionally, you get a whiff of Dar, which is the dark magic. Very occasionally drifting around the streets around you, not around the College of Magic, but seems to be in and amongst the buildings and the streets itself. Both of you, did you pass? Yeah, you did.
I did, yeah.
You did. Both of you.
You see the coach about to run you over.
Yeah, no. You are both aware of footsteps behind you as you're making your way through some side streets to get to the college.
Michael, I think we're being followed.
That's okay.
That guy waiting to invite you to one of the sex parties.
You wish.
I suggest we try and duck into this alley and wait for them to pass us.
Okay. What, like sneaky like?
Like sneaky like.
Okay.
Okay.
How could I have a sneaky
Have a plus 20 because it's fairly dark and you're in sort of narrow streets.
There are a few things quite as stealthy as a man in a green dress.
It's dark green.
Is the skill called stealth? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
All passed.
Oh, I'm not actually that stealthy.
Aren't you? Oh, you passed? 20? What? Plus 20, I said.
Oh, you said plus 20. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, so I got,
So you got
yeah,
four
plus 4.
successes. Okay. So the two of you duck into an alleyway. And as you peer around the corner, you see two men in kind of hoods and cloaks. And they kind of get to a little. You kind of went through a little crossroads.
It's a couple of pigs.
And then ducked into a little side alleyway. And as they get there, they turn to each other and go like this. And then suddenly, boom, one of them gets struck in the back with a crossbow bolt and falls to the floor dead.
That's what you get for cheating at cricket.
Absolutely. And then the other guy turns around and screams, "No, no, no!" And he gets a crossbow bolt in the throat. And he falls backwards, clutching it onto the floor, blood hosing out, pumping out between his fingers.
I'm going to be quiet.
Did we see where the crossbow bolt? Well, we'll know where the crossbow bolt.
You can't. Yeah, but it's kind of back round there, but you can't really see. You can't really see anyone down there.
Was it from behind us? Like, so they were
From the way
behind
you'd
us.
come,
The crossbow
they
was
were-
probably behind them.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
we shall wait a few moments.
You wait
Yeah,
a few minutes.
I want to listen to hear if I hear someone running away or running towards us.
Make perception rolls.
+1.
It's 3.
Oh, Michael's got bigger ears than me. 'cause he's
There's
human.
you hear very faint, as if they're very far away, but boots on cobblestones.
Not moving away, or
Yeah, and then it's gone.
I think
okay.
they're gone. Okay.
Let's move the bodies quick.
It's a wizard after my own heart. I want to pull the hoods back to see if it's the two people that I saw in the plaza. If I can-
It's not. It's not the same. Not the same people.
But they were doing the hand signals and everything. I thought it was the two blokes. You didn't see that really. These two blokes were pulling these faces at me.
They
like
were
what
doing
they
hand signals.
Someone told me it's what they think rogues do in these parts.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, we definitely move the bodies.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the crossbow to see if there's anything interesting about the crossbow. Like does it say made by
Crossbow bolt.
Dwarferson?
If found, please return to.
Yeah. No such luck.
I'm assuming there aren't any other people about because it's an alleyway.
Clearly a bird.
You're in an alleyway. You're in an alleyway. No one else is around. They just seem like fairly standard crossbow bolts.
Okay.
So you're gonna search these
I'm gonna-
guys.
I'm gonna
Definitely.
pat down their pockets and look for a pulse. Check if they're okay.
The one is like you think he's still alive, but when you get to him, you can see the blood isn't pumping anymore. And
Wait,
he's
I have
gripped his
bandages.
own. He's just gripped his own neck, well enough that his hand has stayed there, and he's just like on the floor, face up.
Could have
Okay.
given him
Sticky,
an
wouldn't
infection. Okay. Oh. Yeah, they're dead.
Need to see if they've got
Definitely.
any kind of symbols on them or anything. like that.
How thoroughly are you going to search them?
Well, if no one's looking down the alleyway,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no
bet
one's
you people
looking.
look out.
Very
no,
thorough.
that's not how this works.
Okay.
You search that one with the blood all over him. And I'll search this one.
If
Somehow,
anyone asks,
somehow,
I've got my
Heinkel,
bandages. If anyone sees
as-
us, we're trying to help.
as Hieronymus searches the guy covered in blood, it seems to splatter all over your clothes.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
fine.
really, not really. Okay, so they each have a dagger,
Yeah.
and in total they have 3 shillings and 19 brass pennies.
Okay.
They have no identification on their bodies. There's literally all they have. However, as you kind of start to like open their clothing and check their body, as you said, for tattoos or signs,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can see that over their right breast there is a small tattoo depicting a purple hand.
Okay.
They've each got this.
And they both reek. Like they have, like, not just like peasant stink, like I'm deliberately not trying to care about
Yeah. Yeah.
my personal hygiene.
Yeah.
So
Is it
you're
just
kind
a
of like,
Bad
you're like,
smell,
oh
or is it
man,
a
these guys.
specific smell?
Not that you could put your hand on, not that you've smelt before. I mean, they just like super sweaty, smelly, dirty, disgusting guys under these clothes.
Okay. Okay. We need to move away now.
No, we
Not
did all
anonymously
we
said,
could.
I'm sure it's just their gym club membership.
Gonna put my bandages away. It's like, well,
Okay.
we tried to help.
She'll move away.
Okay. So you move away, and you head towards the College of
Michael.
Magic.
Do you reckon? Was it just that there were so many muggers in the alley that they mugged each other?
No, I don't think so at all. I
Okay.
think there's some kind of some kind of rogue wall or something like that. These
Okay.
people were definitely targeted, weren't they?
Yeah, but do you think
And
that?
no one came to try and take anything. They've not got. There's not enough there for them to be robbers.
But did the person that shot them stop them from getting us?
Possibly, or possibly stop them from getting you. Perhaps there's something you haven't been telling us.
You're a wizard. They're probably after you with your demon sex parties.
Right, let's go and check out these demon sex parties then.
Okay. Right. Well, while you go off and check out the demon sex parties, Annika, Bernoth, and Brucey, are Joseph says, "Look, I mean, I can show you the boat if you want. We can go back to the boat."
Have we eaten? We've eaten and had
Yeah,
some.
food's come and you've eaten, and
Yeah,
all
let's
that
let's
kind
go
of
and
stuff's
see the
come.
boat. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Bernard's here, but I'm not super comfortable sitting around in a riverside tavern without my robes on.
That's
Sure.
understandable.
I'll kind of pour a pipe out of one of my inner pockets and kind of go, "Do you mind?" Looking at Joseph.
No.
Excellent. Kind of fire it up and kind of walk out, puffing on the pipe.
Okay, cool. So the four of you, you three and Joseph, head out along the riverbank. It's the embankment. Sorry, it's not far before you. He sort of says, "Ah, there she is," and the Bearer Belly is there, docked and tied up. And as you approach, you can see that there are shapes by the gangplank.
Is that
It's quite
Yipru?
dark.
Well, I can see in the dark.
Oh, you can, can't you? Make a perception roll
Oh dear.
at plus 20.
Cool. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, very much so.
Hey.
5 successes.
You can see two slumped bodies.
I'll kind of say there's 2 bodies on the gangplank.
What? Jacob, Joseph, sorry, sort of steps forward. What's going on?
I'm going to kind of hand's going to drop straight to my axe,
Hmm.
and the axe is coming out.
That's the beautiful thing about spears. You kind of have to have them in your hand.
Volmar, Gilda, Volmar is shouting now towards the boat, and he moving forward.
Is anyone else? Did I see anyone else?
No, by his boat. There's no one else. There's people off at taverns nearby, but this specific stretch is kind of, there's a few lanterns on the boat, but the light's kind of kept in that area. This pit part is kind of a darkened patch.
If Joseph goes forward, I'm going to just stick near him.
Yeah. I'll keep him
Yeah.
close.
Okay.
But my axe is in hand.
Okay, so you approach, and you see that there are 2 men in cloaks with hoods, and they are dead, with crossbow bolts sticking out of them.
Are these your?
No, who are these people? What's going? Why are they dead? And a worried man and woman come sort of peering over the edge. Joseph, what's going on? What's going on? Did you hear anything? They shake their heads. No. Who are these people? Joseph says, looking at you guys.
I was asking you the same thing, fella.
Can I kind of look over them, kind of pat them down, see if they've got anything on them?
You pat them down. They each have a dagger and a shilling and 6pence.
Okay, well, I will recover said belongings. Is there anything on them to indicate who they are?
They're very sweaty. They stink. Are you going to search them thoroughly?
I'll kind of use one of the daggers to kind of search through them a bit, not wanting to touch them.
Okay.
God, they're disgusting.
One of the boat crew brings a lantern out to sort of light the area a bit better. And you see on their right breast a tattoo of a purple hand.
Any idea what that means?
No. Both got it. Clearly it means something, but I have no idea.
Guessing some kind of gang marking.
It's not anything theology based, is it?
Why are they? No. It
No.
doesn't look it.
What?
it's
Why are they
nothing.
on your boat? Why are they on?
Why are
your
they sniffing around my
gangplank?
boat?
And who killed them?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that the people who are dead are probably not the biggest threat right now.
Maybe they were an anonymous benefactor shot them with a crossbow. No, the more I say that out loud, the stupider it sounds.
Is there someone we should tell?
Maybe we should just get on the boat.
What about them? I'll kind of say, glancing at the ones that, given that they're on the gangplank,
Kick
Push them in
into
the river.
should we not tell?
Put some rocks in their pants. Push them in the river.
Should we not tell someone?
Who are you going to tell? Who would care? Some 2 homeless guys got shot. The Imperial Guard aren't going to care. You know, you find a local noble who's going to give a shit about these 2 guys. Nah, don't worry. They're all crazy inbred fools. They don't know what's going on down on the streets, down on the river. Look, these poor saps have been, you know, someone's got the best of them, and that's the way it is.
Did you want to say any words, Annika? You're the priest here.
Yeah, but these men have not died in valorous combat. These haven't been warriors meeting their end, nor are they unfortunates. They're clearly up to no good, and they've died by it. This is Ranald's work or Moore's blessings that they need, not mine. Vermidia cares nothing for people like this.
You're the expert.
Fair dues, and you turn around, and Joseph and Brucey are each booting a body into the river.
It's in pockets and
Yeah.
almost like we might have done it before. Like, there we go.
Maybe. Maybe we should get our heads down for the night then. Looks like you are drawing some attention here. I don't understand it. You've only just arrived. This is weird.
I should
None of us
probably
have been here before. We don't know anything about it.
Might have to go back to the inn for a couple more ales while we wait for.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah,
And
this
we'll meet
is
them
the
back there.
furthest into the Empire I've ever been.
Okay. Right. Well, we'll go back to the inn and we shall wait for your friends to return. And that is where we shall leave tonight's episode. As you are going back to the Boatman Inn, and the Heinkel is about to go and get his magic license.
Magic license. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Who would give Simon a magic license?
Turn the disco lights on, Simon.
No, unfortunately, that plug's being used.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, cool. Right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Hopefully, you all enjoyed that, and I'm not massively butchering Enemy in Shadows. Do like to change a few things up and use some of the grognard boxes in there just to make it a bit different for our viewers, because I know a lot of them will have played this, are playing it. Some people are talking about where they were in the Death on the Reich section, for example, in the chat. No spoilers, please, for our players. But thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Cubicle 7 for sponsoring this show. I am having so much fun running this. This is great. And also to Foundry. This tool is fantastic for running a long campaign for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. It's really good. Once you get the hang of where the little tricks and little shortcuts and how it links up, and the right clicks and the campaign map style journal sharing you can do, it's fantastic. So thanks very much for joining us. Please don't forget to go and check out all our social media, links below in the about on Twitch and in the video description on YouTube. Tomorrow night, Ben.
Tomorrow night is the start of Alien: What Lies Beneath.
On the surface,
where
the
I have
Empire
some
is
new
all
faces
but
and
invincible.
some Leon
It is the
face.
greatest of the old world's
Hang on.
realms, both
Oh,
in extent
he's got the thing.
and in
Oh, the
military
thing.
means.
Whoops.
No,
Sorry.
the wrong thing.
Accidental.
He's accidentally playing the wrong thing, but there is a thing. Hey, that was the wrong thing, but he's going to play the right thing now as well.
I haven't got it. I haven't got it. Sorry, no.
He hasn't got it.
I
So many
switched over
trailers,
to
so
the-
little time. But
Yeah.
if you come over to the Discord or you go onto the YouTubes, you can see the trailer for Alien: What Lies Beneath on there. and come over and join us tomorrow evening. We're starting a little bit earlier tomorrow evening by personal request of some of my players, because
Time zones.
well, Pat's in the States and is running a game almost immediately afterwards by the sound of things.
Yeah.
And everybody else was kind of cool with starting a bit earlier. So we're going to be 8 o'clock on that one.
8
Cool.
o'clock GMT.
Yes, GMT.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll see you then for that. And I will try not to kill anyone in my first session, but no promises.
Go for it. Go for it. Come on, that would be awesome. You've got to keep up your tradition.
I've got plenty of re-rolls ready for you, Ben.
Also, next week on Tuesday, we'll have episode 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep, which has started. Lots of fun. We had character creation and got into the first part of the story, the prelude in Peru, which is cool. I'm playing a world-class cricketer who is an ace bowler and an okay batsman. And Ben's playing a vampire.
Your Kickstarter's at £973.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out Dodeca. And then Wednesday next week we've got episode 2 of Ranger Squadron. Dan's
Rancors and
cool.
X-Wings.
Dan's got a great way with Star Wars. It's his game. You know, he's run West End Games, D6 Star Wars for a long time. I played in a lot of his games, and he really captures the feel of the movies in his games, which is great. And then obviously next Thursday we'll be back with more Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So that's all cool. Please also go and check out Dodeca, which is this, my D12 old school style role playing game, and it's actually Games Workshop Advanced Hero Quest game that has inspired the D12 use in this game. But it's got narrative, character creation, and world building, initiative wheels instead of initiative orders, and various other stuff. So hopefully we get over the goal and a bit further, so we can put a bit more artwork into the book, jazz it up for all the people who get their hands on a copy. Okay, right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. We've been Garblag Games, and we'll see you tomorrow and next week for loads more crazy adventures. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.